Looks like Lucy wants to say hi today. Nathan Cox, thanks for joining us around the home. Today I want to share with you guys what I consider probably one of the best DIY laundry detergent recipes. It's basically one I've been using for like the last 4 years. I've modified it just fractionally, but I love it. It works great, especially for the front loader machines. If you guys have front loaders machines, you know that they're very easily get stinky. Well, the baking soda, there's so much baking soda in this recipe here that the natural just odor absorption of the baking soda really helps to control that. Now, if your washing machine is really stinky, you're gonna have to wash it first. You're gonna have to put a bunch of bleach in there and run a special load, you know, with just the bleach and get rid of that. But this will help maintain the fresh smell. Okay, and I've got teenagers with stinky clothes, stinky clothes, and we ride dirt bikes because this is like really the stronger laundry detergent recipe than like when I used to buy like Gain and Tide. I couldn't get all the odors out, okay? Their clothes would still, even like I used triple the amount of the max. I would like 3 full scoops of like Tide or Gain, and you could still smell the odor in their socks and stuff like that. It was faint, but it was, you could tell it was just being covered up with the fragrance. This really just absorbs the odor, it eats it, okay? Some of you are gonna be like, some of the big questions I have. So the first one was with the front loader machines. So yes, it's good with the front loaders. It's good with the high efficiencies. I've been using it in those exact machines for the last 4 years. Other question is some people want to say, is this cheaper than other detergents? Well, a little bit. I mean, we're gonna be making like close to 19 pounds of detergent here, okay? And so it comes out to being like cheaper than buying like, you know, jugs of Gain and Tide, but I'm sure you can buy like the super generic stuff for pretty close to the same amount. But I just really like the ability that this stuff has, okay? So let's get to it. Now some of you might have come from my older video like, well, it almost looks the same. You know, what's the difference? Because you have the pure baking soda here, 4-pound box. Okay, which I will have Amazon links. I think I can get Amazon links for everything here. So a 4-pound box of your pure baking soda. And then we have this is a 3-pound, 7-ounce box, about 3.5 pounds of super washing soda. And yes, there is a difference. And combined, it's not that some people I've had in the comments try to pick apart, you know, dog being crazy over there. Molly. Okay, but try to pick apart the individual ingredients and stuff like that. Together, the way this ingredients work together in this recipe are really great. So super washing soda, a 4-pound box, yep, 4-pound of borax, okay. Then the OxiClean, this is a 3-pound jug, yep, double checking. This one happens to be, I think, maybe a lavender or something. I don't know, just whatever. It's a 3-pound thing of the OxiClean. So we have Purex crystals here, which help give you the fresh smell when you're done. I like the fresh spring or the lavender. Yeah, I'm a guy, but some of the other ones just smell really weird, okay? See, to me, that's the only 2 scents that really smell decent. And this is a 2.43 pound. That's a really weird number. Jug. And here's where things changed a little bit. My Fells Naphtha bars, original recipe called for 3. I decided to add a 4th one to get just a little bit more cleaning power, and I like it. You can even add just a hair more if you wanted to. I wouldn't really add much more. As people will ask me, can I use the Zote bars? I know they're similar. I don't actually have used them. I really like the Fells Naphtha. I know some people have used the Zote in a similar recipe. I just like the way these work a little bit better. But if you're a local store, yeah, you can substitute it. All right. Another thing you would need is probably like a bucket. There's a 5-gallon paint bucket that I've cleaned out, and I use this for the recipe all the time. Okay, that's what I mix it up in. And I used to snap a lid on there and then shake it all like a paint mixer, like a giant shake weight or something like that. And I realized shortly after doing that, there's gonna be a lot of people that really don't have the ability to take a 19 pounds worth of detergent and shake it inside of a can. Now, of course, you can roll it down your driveway or something like that. Some people said you can get a big trash bag, put it all in there, and then you could, okay? So I kind of thought about it, played with it. Last few times I've made this to see what's better. And actually, you can either just use a big wooden stirring spoon or your hand. So I'm just gonna stick my whole hand and arm in here and stir it as I go, okay? And then for these bars, how you can break these down, because you obviously can't drop the whole bars in there, is grating them. Okay, seem to be the best way. I used a standard cheese grater, hand grater. I used the defined side. Okay, don't use the big side. These have to absorb in the wash, so don't be grating them big old coarse. But then people have said in the comments sometimes that they had tried an old, food processor, and then put the blade in there and drop up chunks. Cut this into chunks and drop it in there, and I found it just shook it like crazy. I might as well have thrown marbles in there. It wasn't breaking it up real well. So there's some other tricks to go with that to make it better. I never liked that, so I just went back to hand grating it, but it's very tiring, exhausting. Until I thought, let's try this again. Hello. I just tried the cheese grater disc, and this is an old one. I don't really currently use this for food, but this is laundry soap, so I don't think that there's an issue to use your current one. Just put it in the dishwasher when you're done. But because it's been so fast, this is the fine grating disc, okay? But it actually breaks it up a lot smaller than when I would hand grate it. So now I found my new favorite way. Okay, and we will of course need a way to break these bars smaller. So you're just going to get yourself a knife and a cutting board so we can chop them into, pieces that you can feed into the food processor. Oh, wait a second. Go this way. That's right. So I'm going to chop it in half. So this makes a good fine, grate here, and they're not real long. So much easier than doing it by hand. Okay, so you can see that I'm obviously inside the house. Now, this can get dusty, especially if you go quickly. So you may want to do it outside. So it doesn't matter what you start with, but we're going to try to, I'm not going to pour in all that soap that I grated at the same time. But if you carefully set the box down in there, and this one's clumped up just a little bit, you can really contain the amount of dust you're making here. So I'm going to break up some of these clumps first before I add the next ingredient. All right, now I grated like half the soap, so I'm going to pour in half of it, so it's like a quarter of the soap grating. If you mix in between each ingredient, it's really going to help you out. I'll pour in half the crystals. Hopefully that's a good zoomed in shot there so you guys can see what it looks like when it's all done. So you should be able to see the Phyllis naphtha bars that you grated, the little crystals, the Purex crystals, and then mostly white powder, okay? Take some time, mix it up, and then now we gotta store it somewhere. So this works out to be roughly like 3 gallons worth of detergent here. So I've got an old 2-gallon like paint can or paint bucket, which I've also cleaned out, and I use that to store this. And now that I'm done mixing it, you need the big one to mix it so you don't spill all over. So I also have in my laundry room, it happens to be like an old, I think it's like a lemonade juice dispenser with glass. Probably holds a 1.5 gallons or so. So I keep, a batch of it in there, right there in the laundry room, and I put the rest of it in that 2-gallon bucket to store until the first batch is done, and then I, keep refilling. Anyways, I hope you guys like this recipe. It's really served my family well over the years, between my kids being in sports and everything else, of just taking care of stains and odors, and just really helps with the front-loading washing machine as well. So don't forget, we have Amazon links in the description down below, and if you use those links, it helps support us as well. We're Amazon affiliate, so please click away. Take a moment, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications. Check out our website with hundreds of more videos organized really, really well. and there's another video for you to check out. You guys have a great day.